Okay, so one thing I do want to check is our contracts. Go and see. Whoa. 28,000? Look at all these fancy machinery. We might have to do this. So contracts are a really good way to build 71. That be this guy right here. Okay, that would definitely be a big field. It'd be a big job, but for 28,000, we'd have to borrow the equipment. So we're looking more, we'll stay close to 25, 26 after it takes the 1200 out, like 26, 27-ish really. But I'm not opposed to that. And we'd get to use some really cool equipment. I was gonna say, so let's just borrow these items and get going. I was gonna say that contracts are a really good way to not only make some money. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at this thing, JCB, the fast track. Let's say 2x like that. The JCB 8330. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so cool. But yeah, it's a great way to make some extra money on top of using equipment I would not otherwise be able to use. Because you gotta think, we are not in a position right now at all to use stuff like this. Right side to hook up to? I would imagine, because the red and blue is on the other side. Oh, I mean, the red and white, yeah, see? Those little, like, stoppy things. Nice, look at this. Yeah, because we're just not in a position to use these things whatsoever right now. Let's see where we were on the map as well. You mark that? It marked already. It is not. Okay. Do the old-fashioned way. So we should be up here. Basically, make a right, and then head over and make that left going down here. It's where we get our, near the lake where we get our water from. Yeah, because we are just not in a position to use equipment like this. This is a really cool way to get to do that without actually having to shell out all the money. Oh, look, it actually blows in the wind. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Oh, that's so neat. Alright. This tractor is absolutely flying. This thing is crazy. Holy crap, this thing's fast. I am just cruising along. My Superman cape's on my lawnmower right here, just vibing. Alright, so this is our field. Will I lower that front one too, or unfold the front one? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Is it G that does that? Yeah. So we have to unfold you, lower you as well. There we go. So that should put us in a really good position to get going. I lied. No. Oh, no. So go back to that one. Now we should have everything going. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't realize it wasn't controlling both tools at the same time. Unfortunately, I kind of had to go back and forth between using each one, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It would make sense because, you know, real life, there's probably not one button controlling both of those. But look at the working width on this thing. This is incredible. Imagine we had a mower this big. That'd be great. We also have a field this big. Oh, no, I'm off track. I'm off track. Deer, get out of the way. Deer, run. Deer, please. I don't want to turn you into mulch. Alright, so let's turn those off. Let's get turned about here. All right. We look quite good to go. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. It's gonna take a while because this is a big field. But again, this is a really cool way to use machinery like I do not have access to yet. So like this tractor alone, this is a very big tractor. A little first person in here, see how it looks. Ooh, big lag. So cool. Look at this inside. This is really nice. This is a very nice tractor. But a great way to use something that I would otherwise not be using. No, I missed some. Own use? I don't know what that achievement is. I'm excited to see the baler we're going to be using, because it's a round baler to my knowledge. Take a look at something. Ooh, I cannot stay in a straight line for my life. We missed a few pieces here and there, but I'm not necessarily concerned about it. The one thing I do want to check though is, God, this is a really nice tractor. We might have to invest in a JCB next. One thing I did want to check though is for this. So we're just baling, we're not wrapping them. So we're gonna mow it, we are going to dry it with its header, windrow it, bale it up, and then take it to a farmer's market. Now if I'm not mistaken, I do believe you can keep any extras that you sell. So the game gives you a little break in the sense that you won't need 100% the whole field like completed. It gives you some wiggle room basically. You can do most of the field and it'll still complete at 100%. With that being said though, if I were to take the extra time and do the entire field and maybe even the outside, because I know some of the stuff at the very front of the field I'm already mowing. If I were to take the time and do that, I could perhaps make more money by selling those extras at the farmer's market when we get there to sell it. I would assume. I'm not 100% sure if that works. Even if it doesn't, we're still making $28,000. Like that's massive. That's a huge help this early in the game. It truly, truly is. But yeah, see how we're getting some of that? Not a lot, but if you add that extra bit up across this whole field, front and back right there, I mean, it might add to an extra bale or something, which, again, does not sound like a lot, but it might be what we need to get an extra couple thousand. You never know. This is such a nice tractor. I'm loving this JCB. This thing is beautiful, honestly. JCB might be our next tractor. I might try and sell that one that we just parked under our barn that we don't use because I just genuinely do not like it. I wonder how much one of these is. We'll take a look at the price the next time we get up here and we finish this little pass. We'll take a look at this price real quick, and then after that we will carry on and get this field knocked out. So nice though. Handles nice, super fast. It's pulling this stuff with no problem. I'm willing to bet it's got a really, really good horsepower. Willing to bet it's a strong tractor. Alright, so let's take a little look here. Tractors. Large one? No. Oh, it is. It is. It's this one, the 8330. 348 horsepower. Man, that is well beyond our price range. Close to 300K just for the tractor. But, oh, man. Nice looking tractor. I got the wheels on her. Not that we can get this, but it's still just, you know, it's nice to dream. But again, that's one of the nice things about these contracts is it would be in-game years until a tractor like this was even in the talks. it would be just it would take way too long. Not too long, because we're gonna play regardless. We're gonna get some very nice stuff eventually. But this thing would be years out in the game before we could even get close to doing it, unless we lease it. But I want to try and not lease too much stuff. I really want to try to avoid that if at all possible, you know? Just be ideal to not be doing that all the time. That is another good way to use stuff you can't just outright afford, just expensive stuff, or just new stuff if you want to try something out. Like if I wanted to try out a new tractor and I thought I might like it, I thought I might enjoy it, it's not a bad idea to lease one for a little bit and do a little bit of work with it and see how you like it. Because on paper, the one John Deere I have should be good. But in my opinion, it's very much so not. I'm just not a fan of it. No, I missed a spot. But it's really not a bad way to test out some new equipment. But unfortunately, I really don't want to be leasing that much. Oh, this thing turns so well too. Look at that, it's beautiful. But so we're going to do our best to not lease things. We might have to for a little bit, but we're going to do our best not to. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of carry on this field. Probably throw a time lapse in here, honestly. But once we're done mowing, we need to go back and get our tedder. Get our tedder and windrower, which will be really, really cool to do on a field this big. And then bail her up, load her onto a trailer, and be on our way. But to not bore you to literal death, I'm going to go ahead and knock the rest of this out, and I will get back with you guys once we are done with the mowing portion. Okay, so this about sums up the mowing portion of this. This is taking a decently long time though. Like I had a feeling it would take some time, but one thing to bear in mind with a job of this scale, this magnitude, is it will take a long time to get through everything. So let me fold lowered that and fold her up. Raise it up. Hold her up. All right. Ah, that's so cool. Oh, is it dirty now? Oh, look at that. That's so cool. I know probably unimportant to most of y'all, but that was pristinely clean when we got here. That's really cool how it does that. So I believe the road we need to take is just back over here, but yeah, this is just dope. It's such a nice tractor. I love the tractor. But yeah, this job is going to take a good long while, to be honest. One thing we might have to do is instead of time-lapsing all of it, is just cut some of it out. Well, once you've seen a bit of it, you've seen all of it. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Whoa. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. That's crazy. Look at the working width on this. Let's lower her down. Oh my goodness, that's phenomenal. Look at that. So maybe this part won't take as long, but we'll find out. Try to get all of it at once. There we go. Let's try and level this out. But we do work a lot slower with this. And that looks, look at that texture. I love that texture so much. Of just like the grass there being tedded. It looks so full. That's just cruising along. Oh, delightful. Yeah, so I thought this would be quicker, but given our working speed, we're not working as quick as we were with the mower. We definitely have a wider width, but less speed. So overall, it might take about the same time. And I'm really not opposed to that. This game is, if you've not played it for yourself, this game is really fun to just sit down and just play these long sessions where you just take care of this. It's a very relaxing game. But for content's sake, I would definitely have to probably cut some of this out so you guys aren't watching 2 hours of me tending to the same field. That could get tediously annoying, I would imagine. Such a nice texture right there, though. I love that. I'm hoping us missing some of these bits here isn't going to affect us too negatively. I would imagine not, because like I said, you do get a little bit of leeway with this. But you can miss some of it. But I don't know how much we're allowed to miss before the game says we've not done our job completely. But again, I'm going to carry on with this. Look at that texture, it's so nice. I'm going to carry on with this, get this whole thing tedded, and I will be back with you guys once we get our windrower. And I'll show you how well that thing works. I want to get all of this right here. The only issue is there is a lot of, it's not lag. I was calling it lag in some previous episodes, which is just definitely wrong. It's just with this on the back of the trailer or something of this size, or on the back of the tractor, I should say, with something like this size, it's just hard to maneuver the tractor, which does make sense. In real life, it would be very difficult. I've just got to get adjusted to having this much. I'm not sure if it's weight or if it's just like sheer width right here and how hard it is to turn all of that. But either way, I'm going to carry on with this. I will be back with you guys when we are ready to windrow. Basically concludes the tedding part of this. This was very satisfying. Such a satisfying task to do. One thing I did have to do was lower the time scale. If you can see that up in the top right area, I had to drop it down to 2x speed, just due to the fact that the day was flying by, because it is, you know, taking a while. This is a relatively long job. Oh, it just turns off nice. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah, this is a relatively long job, so it was taking a lot of time during the in-game day because I was at 10x speed, which is kind of like the default I play on, which I might have to adjust, but I had to drop it down to 2 because I really did not want to be trying to do this in the dark. Because we still have to windrow, we have to bale, we have to load the bales, and take them to the farmer's market, I believe it was. No! I keep forgetting the hitboxes are a little bigger than the tree itself. I need to stop running into stuff with this tractor, I feel bad. Pop into a first person here. Oh, was there flags in the ground right there? That's interesting. But yeah, this job is definitely taking a while. I think it'll be worth the 28,000 we have right now, or we will get from it due to how much money we have right now. Just because what we will make from this is more than our entire worth right now. More than all the money we have in our pocket currently, so it makes sense to take the time to do this. And again, it's giving us the opportunity to try out some new tools, try out some new implements, a new tractor, stuff we just would not have access to right now. But this JCB 8330, I believe it is. Yeah, 8330 is on my list of tractors to buy. This is definitely going to be one that we purchase in the future. 100%. This thing is a phenomenal piece of equipment. I absolutely love it. Alright, welcome back everybody. We are here to windrow. That was a really cool little animation. I love how these things just come out sometimes. Ah, they're so neat. Alright, let's get her going and see how she does. I think it's going to make some really big swaths. Get lined up over here. Oh yeah, that's going to fill the baler up super quick. God, I gotta line up though. Again, still trying to get used to controlling these tractors with these big implements on the back. Not used to these deck implements, you know what I'm saying? But this is making great work of that. So that's a thick swath right there. The baler is going to absolutely love that thing. But in the for the sake of time, we are gonna go ahead and time lapse through most of this again. Just because I don't want to, again, make you guys have to watch 3 metric hours of me doing this. But this field is coming along great. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm loving getting to try out these, like, giant tools. These might not even actually be that big of a tool compared to some others. I'm not 100% sure. I just know the stuff I've been using has been itsy bitsy tiny. So compared to what we've been using, this is on some Thanos level shit. But we will carry on and get this done, and I will be back with you guys when we are ready to start baling. Alright, so we are back at the field. We have grabbed our baler. One thing I did check, so if you check here, you can see that our bale size is 240. You can switch this around. I checked our bale loader, and it can hold the 240 size bale. So we're going to go ahead and keep using that size. We want to maximize how quick we get everything done. Honestly, we might end up working into the dark just a little bit. Not 100% sure yet. We will have to see. I'm guessing a minimum of like 40 bales in this field, though. It's kind of what I'm aiming for as a number. Oh, we're missing parts too somehow. Those are wide swaths. I gotta stay right over top of it, I suppose. That's kind of what I'm aiming for, though. I think it'll be around 40, if I had to guess. But this field cleaned up very, very, very nicely. Yeah, look at the size of that bale. Nice. Beautiful. But yeah, using the 240 is just going to make sure we just get more in each bale. So as you can see, we're pushing, what's that? I think it's about 8,000 liters per bale on this, which is really good. And our bale loader will hold that, so it should stack nice and neat when we go to do that portion. I don't think I missed anything right there. Nice, nice. I'm just trying to make sure I stay like right on center for this thing. That way we're not missing anything. But we might end up doing this in the dark, depending on how dark it gets. I'm going to try and get it done before then, but time is flying by. I've reduced the time, like, cycle speed down to 1. I don't think I can go any lower than that. And even if I could, not particularly worth, so I'm going to go with the flow. All these bales should be in a very similar spot as we pick them up later, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. They should just kind of stay in these rows. But yeah, so we're just gonna carry on with this, try and get all of these bales loaded up onto that bale loader and sold before dark. If not, we will just sleep the night off and continue this in the morning. I will see you guys when we are done getting all of our bales made. Alright, so that is all of the bales generated. I'm willing to bet it's more than 40. I think I underestimated how much there would be. So, I'm going to turn you off. And what is the unload? Y is unload. Boom. Delightful. Hold that back up. We can lift that back up. Alright, so I believe we go into somewhere down here to see it, right? Bales produced 53 from this session. 53. That is absurd. Definitely more than I thought. And these are 8,000 liters, so I kind of want to check something real quick. So I believe they're all 8,000 liters. So if we do 53 times our 8,000 liters, that's 424,000 liters right there. Theoretically. So if we were to then turn this into silage, we're going to wrap it and turn it into silage, you get 542. Mind you, that's not in a bad spot. But at the current prices, a pretty good price right there. Now, either my math is horribly incorrect, or that's a lot of money. Because I'm guessing that's around, if my math is correct, $230,000, essentially, something like that. Around that mark, which is just, would be astonishing right now. Mind you, it would not pay for this JCB. It would pay for most of it, but not all of it. But that still might be the strat. So with that being said, actually, let's take a look at our map. And let's see how much it would cost to buy this. $680,000. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of money. But one thing we could do is if we were to buy this whole thing and just keep it grass, and then buy the equipment to make silage bales, eventually that would pay for itself, because you can harvest grass every couple of months. I don't think it's a seasonal thing whatsoever. So if we could manage that, we would actually have a really, really, really good steady income. Get that on top of chickens, and we would be rolling in the dough. Hopefully. I'm not 100% sure that would actually work the way I think it would. Maybe it doesn't. But in my mind, it seems like a great idea. Like a phenomenal idea. But we will see. But I'm going to grab the bale loader. I'm going to try and get back there and knock this out before this day is over. I don't want to... Oh, we have rain coming too. We need to get that done soon. It's already taken quite a long time. And we've been recording for a little over 2 hours now. So bear that in mind if you go to do a job like this. Set some time aside. Make sure you have some time aside. But again, this is going to be a lot of money, and I didn't know people came in here. It's going to be a lot of money, and we're getting to use a lot of really cool machinery. And this kind of gave me an idea to have a giant silage production field. Like, I don't necessarily think I would have had that idea otherwise. Not 100% sure. I knew I wanted silage, but I didn't know how profitable it could be. But if we can be making, you know, $200,000 to $230,000 per harvest on that, we would have to obviously be able to afford the field, which will be a long time coming because we're not even close to being able to afford that. But we would also need a decent sized trailer, a huge mower, tedder, windrower, get the baler, and a bale wrapper. So it's a lot of money up front, but we could recoup our money, and that money could then be used to fund production projects such as, I don't know, vineyards, the cereal thing. A lot of production stuff in this game that I really want to try out because again, never having played a farming simulator game, I know those are new, and I'm very excited to try them out and just see how it goes. But we're gonna get over here. We're gonna get this bad boy set up, which would be operating position. And I think that's all I have to do. I'll get my lights on right there. Nice, beautiful. And it should just scoop these up and feed them in. Oh, that's so handy. I know I've seen this done by hand before, and that just looks like not the strat, if I'm being honest. I wonder how many I can actually fit on here. But we have 53, so I know it's going to be more than one trailer load, that's for sure. Ooh, I missed. No, I was too busy looking at my lights. No, look at all these lights on here. This is so cool. There we go. Shouldn't have really got that one right there. Ooh, look at it at night. Or in first person at night. This is really cool. I can't see if I'm going to hit that, though. I don't know how you would do that in first person. I'm not sure. But we are going to carry on, get all these loaded, and sell at least one full trailer. And then depending on how dark it is, we might have to wait until the next day. But with the amount of lights we have on this thing, do I have more or is that it? I have more! Okay. Yeah, we might actually be able to just work through the night. I didn't realize I was a mobile sun. It's really cool. But either way, I digress. I will carry on with this and get all these loaded and meet you guys at the farmer's market because I believe that is where we're selling. We're about at the farmer's market up here. It is quite a hike, not gonna lie. It is quite the hike. Can't see past those trees. Where is my cell phone? I would imagine the trigger is around back. Could very well easily be this guy right here. Boom. And then what is our sell button? What is unload bales? Perhaps? I'm hoping this is the right spot. It's gonna be very unfortunate if it's not, but that is so cool. Nice, yeah, we're in the right spot. That was so cool, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, hold on. Lower this before we take off. That was so cool, I love that. So it's gonna take a couple more trips. Definitely going to take at least 2 more trips. But we might have some extra bales left over, because if I'm correct, we had 53. We're only taking 14 each time. So we might have like 1 or 2 left over. Potentially. We'll see. But we'll go ahead and knock that out. And then I probably won't time-lapse driving back and forth because it is kind of a bit of a drive. So I will almost hit that sign. I will catch up with you guys when we are on our last load, and then this contract will be completed, and October will be over. Been a very busy day. All right, this may be the last unload. We might be done with our contract right here. There we go, contract on there, finished. Nice, and we got an extra 6,000 from that. The only thing I think that was left over was a couple of bales, maybe that little one. I am going to go check real quick just to be sure. Because it would be a shame to not make that extra money off of these since we put in all that time. But our contract is officially done. We're officially finished with the baling contract on field 71. So I will be right back once I verify all of our bales are gone. Alright, so there's actually a lot more bales than I thought there would be. I think my math is just very bad. But we're going to go ahead and pick all these up because we already spent the time getting this whole field done. Yeah, there's almost a full load's worth here. It's taking a little extra time and our contract is complete. But until we turn in the contract, we keep the equipment and all these bales that were made on the field. So we might as well, since we are, you know, still trying to get our money up, might as well spend the extra time to come back, grab the rest of these bales, and make one last trip. It would be honestly a huge waste to not do this. We need money. So that thing just did like 8 barrel rolls. That's kind of cool. But this should get us at least an extra $10,000, I would say, probably. If I had to put a number on it, I would guess 10,000. I've not actually checked to see how much these this hay is worth per 1,000 liters. I mean, struggle fest getting that one, so we'll come back to it. There was 2 over here, right? Somewhere, there we are. That one. Once that's done, we'll grab this. Yeah, we almost have a full load right here. Definitely worth coming back and getting this, 100%. So we'll grab this one. I will swing back around if I can make this turn, which I can. Swing back around and come grab the stubborn bale right here. And make one last quick journey over to the market. I think that was everything. Also, I've noticed a little pro tip. When you go into this mode, the first person mode, it's a lot easier to see as compared to that. Even with the lights off, nothing. When you're in here, the lights on, lights off, still. Definitely looks much better. You can see a lot more. But I do believe that's all of the bales. We got an extra 11 out of that, which is huge. It would have been a huge waste to not come and get these. This should help us financially a good bit. But we can take these back, and since we've completed the contract, they're no longer going towards progression for that. It's all going to be as if we were just selling bales by ourselves. So I will see you as soon as we get back there and see, ooh, let me fold this up and see what we stand to profit from this extra 5 minutes worth of work. All right, we are back at the market over here. We're gonna go ahead and sell these last few. I'm hoping we get 10,000 for it. I'm guessing that's the amount. Again, I've not looked at the price of this hay, so a huge guesstimation, but with any luck, it'll be a solid number like that. And we're still getting our 28 grand. Selling these has completely covered the cost to borrow the... Oh, it doesn't come all the way down. To borrow this equipment, so we've made out very well so far. It stood up. Let's see what we, Oh no. Did it not work? Oh, they might not be close enough. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to try something really dumb, potentially. Are these grabbable by hand? I don't think so. Alright, I don't think I was close enough to the trigger right there, unfortunately. I'm still kind of learning that. But I'm going to try and push them in. As weird as that sounds, I'm going to try and use the tractor to shove them in real quick. Hopefully it works. Because if it doesn't work, kind of SOL. It worked! 15,000. An extra 15,000 on top of... Wait for it. Go to our contracts, baling complete. Look at all these other baling ones as well. Got 11,000 right there for cultivating, but you got 2 more baling. Do that. You're gonna hit collect. Another 27,000 on top of that. We are at $70,000. This was definitely, that's a beautiful view. This was definitely worth it. 100%. So good to know the baling contracts are definitely worth taking the extra time. I'm glad we had the extra bales. If I had gone around and like got all the sides and everything like I had kind of originally planned, we might have, I don't know how much more we would have made. Would have made more, but I'm very happy with how much we have right now. Although, do bear in mind, if you go to do a baling contract of this size, it did take about 2 hours of like real life time to get this done. So bear that in mind. It was a big job, but we definitely needed this money. Made about 50,000 or so today. I think it was 49. We started at 21 or something. Made a lot of money today, which is really good. It's definitely going to help the farm. And October's done, so the next episode will be moving into November. But thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you in the next one.